I now have the great pleasure of introducing a UT Engineering alumnus who has changed the world, our commencement speaker, Mr. Samuel G. Dawson. Sam is CEO of Pape-Dawson Engineers. He graduated from the University of Texas at Austin with a Bachelor's of Science degree in civil engineering. Sam is responsible for Pape-Dawson's management, allocation of resources, strategic planning, and operations. He also provides review and coordination of major projects. Under Sam's leadership, Pape-Dawson has grown into one of the largest, most respected engineering firms in Texas. Sam has been recognized by the Texas Society of Professional Engineers as the Bear Chapter Young Engineer of the Year, the State Young Engineer of the Year, and the Bear Chapter Engineer of the Year. He also received the American Society of Civil Engineers John A. Folk Jr. Citizen of the Year Award. Sam was also recently recognized as a distinguished alumnus of the Department of Civil, Architectural, and Environmental Engineering. Sam's service to his community has equaled his professional accomplishments. He currently serves on the Cockrell School's Engineering Advisory Board, and he is chairing that group. Sam says he learned the value of community service from his family, who has been involved in philanthropy in the San Antonio and South Texas for generations. In 2009, Junior Achievement introduced the Dawson family into the San Antonio Business Hall of Fame. Sam grew up in San Antonio. He and his wife, Laura, have 2 children, and Laura is in the audience with us today. I'd like to, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you would join me in welcoming Sam Dawson to the podium.
Well, good morning. Well, first, let me begin by saying congratulations to the graduates, all of you students, parents, guardians, role models, all of you that have made this day possible. Each of you should be very, very proud of all of your accomplishments. I'm a graduate of the University of Texas Cockrell School of Engineering. I want you to say that to yourself. I am a graduate of the University of Texas Cockrell School of Engineering. I want you to say it with me. I am a graduate of the University of Texas Cockrell School of Engineering. If that does not make you feel good, if that does not make you sit up in your seat a little more straight, if you will, then you don't understand the magnitude of that statement, or you've strolled into the wrong graduation this morning. This statement makes you part of an elite and special group in the state of Texas, this country, and beyond. You should be very proud of your accomplishments, and you need to know that we collectively and individually are all very proud of you. This is an important time to be an engineer. It's an excellent time to be an engineer. You're getting a degree from a premier university, so let me just say in short, it's really a good day to be you. This state, this country is hungry for difference makers and problem solvers. We need you. So let's talk for a minute about your future. Does graduation from the University of Texas mean that you're going to have a successful professional career? The answer is absolutely not. All of this here today only opens doors for you. And I can tell you from an employer's perspective, the day that you show up to work, all of this is past tense. Your GPA, your honors, your extracurricular activities means everything from a possibilities and opportunities perspective, but it means very little from a careers perspective. So this morning, I'm going to give you some quick thoughts about how to turn all of this today into a successful career. And I hope that within my comments, you hear some additional nuggets about more than a successful career, maybe some comments about being a leader in your profession too. So here we go, 9 minutes. Can you stay with me for 9 minutes? I know it's Saturday morning for you. It's still Friday night for a lot of you. 9 minutes. See if you can do it. First, be patient. I have some news for you. You are not ready for the corner office. Intellectual knowledge, mastering the fundamentals, common sense, wisdom, it's a process that's going to take you time. So step number 1, don't skip becoming a good engineer first. Don't miss basic technical skills. Sometimes in life we're so anxious to climb that corporate ladder that we miss good design and research experience. In the long run, you will be better off if you spend more time in the trenches mastering the fundamentals. The best managers, the best CEOs, the best business owners are those that have mastered the fundamentals along the way, not those that have passed over the fundamentals. Learn your stuff, be patient. Learn to say, I do not know. Remember this, it is okay to say, I do not know the answer. First, you can never truly learn until you admit that you need to learn. And second, you need to know that people see through you when you act like you know the answer, but you really don't. In fact, when you pretend to know the answer, but you really don't, it compromises or puts into question every right answer that you really do have. So in simple terms, don't let your ego compromise your present value. It's okay to say, I will get back to you when I have the answer, and let me give you some advice. Always get the answer. So let's practice today. Say it with me. I do not know. Okay, some of y'all are going, roo, roo, roo. It's kind of hard to say. Say it with me. I do not know. Great, you're off to a good start. Remain teachable. Never, ever stop learning. Never stop reading, never stop listening, never stop inquiring. The minute you stop learning, someone will gladly pass you by. Be willing to learn from anyone and everyone, regardless of their position in life, and everyone can teach you something meaningful and something beneficial. Learn to be an effective communicator. I didn't say learn to talk a lot. I said communicate. You must learn to communicate a very technical profession in layman's terms. So let me give you an example. This is technical terms. This is Mr. Technical Man talking. Mr. Elmer Flood, using ArcGIS spatial analysis, we have determined the upland catchment basin from your property has a disproportionate high percentage of impervious cover. We have also found the increase in peak runoff from the design storm events have not been mitigated using on-site and regional detention facilities. Further, we have found via light detection and ranging, the existing topography of your property is not conducive to the efficient handling of on-site and off-site generated runoff. Therefore, during the design storm event, stormwater cannot be removed prior to creating a backwater condition on the property, which in turn inundates the existing structures which are located within the property boundary. Layman's terms. Mr. Flood, when it rains hard, pack your bags, leave this place, because your house is going to be underwater. Your intellectual brilliance will be irrelevant if you cannot communicate in layman's terms. Be prepared. You must know your subject. Don't go to meetings, don't go to presentations unprepared. Yes, it's going to take time, it's going to take effort. Take the time, make the effort. In class, you can hide behind the preparedness of others. In life, you cannot. Your preparedness will and can set you apart from others. Learn how to make decisions. Decisions must be made. Be ready, be willing to make those decisions. And a special note, when to make a decision is just as important as the decision itself. sometimes people aren't ready for your decision. Being a decision maker requires self-confidence, knowledge, timing, wisdom, and sometimes just pure guts. We need you solving problems. We need you making decisions. Help the people around you be successful. There are two ways to get to the top. You can build bridges or you can burn bridges. If you get to the top and no one is around you cheering you on, then you have climbed to the top the wrong way. Burning bridges is a lonely life. You must surround yourself with the right people. You cannot and will not be surrounded by the right people until you become the right person. So some basic guidelines. There are times when others need your help, you help them. Always, always share your success with others. Never steal the credit due others. Learn to empower others. Your presence must enhance the entrepreneurial spirit in others and empower others to be leaders too. And I don't care how good you are not good enough to get to where you want to go in life alone. Be willing to change direction if the path you are on is wrong. In the words of C.S. Lewis, if you are on the wrong road, progress means doing an about turn and walking back to the right road. And in that case, the man who turns back soonest is the most progressive man. Know when to lead, know when to follow. It is not always your turn. The best leaders often turn out to be the best followers too. Be positive and be optimistic. People do not want to follow or work with grumblers and complainers. Your attitude can be the difference between the success or failure of your team, your organization, or your business. Every single day, your attitude matters. Forgive others. If you live long enough, work long enough, lead long enough, you will be wronged. Sometimes in life it's intentional, but most of the time in life it's very unintentional. So you must learn to let go of times when you have been wronged. And you will hope that people will do the same for you because you're going to need forgiveness too. And finally, above all else, more important than anything I have said this morning, your character and in your integrity must be above reproach. Never compromise your core values or your beliefs to accomplish a goal or a task. You must remain steadfast. I'm not talking about just an engineering code of ethics. I'm talking about the substance that's inside of you. For you see, it's your character that will cause people to respect you. If they respect you, they will trust you, and if they trust you, they will follow you. Your character makes a successful professional career possible. Let me say that one more time. Your character makes successful professional careers possible. I am a graduate of the University of Texas, Cockrell School of Engineering. Now go, do something special, be something special, because we are watching expectantly.